If you're sitting around, it's Saturday night, you're bored, I've got you covered here. We're gonna look at popcorn, we're gonna look at movies, and we're gonna pair them together. So this is the microwave popcorn variety 6-bag set: habanero, ghost pepper, sriracha, barbecue, chili lime, and kettle corn varieties in here. So these are mostly spicy. So we'll probably end up with some spicy movies on our popcorn movie pairing list. The first one we're gonna try tonight is the ASS KICKIN kettle corn popcorn. Let me go throw these in the microwave. We'll give them a shot and then we'll pair a movie with them. Looks like a standard bag of popcorn. It smells so good though already. Oh my gosh. Open it up. There's what it looks like. Pretty standard popcorn. It took like 2.5 minutes in the microwave to heat up. Starting off, like I said, it smells super, super good. So let's take a bite. Oh, yum. So if you've ever had kettle corn before, kind of sweet, kind of salty. Sometimes you get it at like, you ever go to the Renaissance Fest or you ever go to festivals or fairs or anything, people will be making kettle corn. They literally make it in giant kettles and it's like sweet and salty. I wouldn't say this is as good as if you were to go get it at a festival, but this is actually a really good alternative. Like if you've got a crazy craving for kettle corn, you can't go get real kettle corn, I would recommend this. This is a next best case scenario. Now maybe I'm just hungry. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so this is like my dinner. But yeah, this is really, really good. I am a fan. Ooh, goodness. Okay, now we gotta think about what movies to pair this with. So, like I said, this reminds me of going to like a Renaissance festival. Ooh! So I know exactly the movie to pair it with. Hold on, let me get my pen. All right, so because this kettle corn reminds me so much of like the Renaissance festivals, that sort of thing, I think this would be great paired with A Knight's Tale. If you've never seen A Knight's Tale, you're in for a treat. It's totally goofy. Don't go in expecting historically accurate. Do go in expecting some really good music, really good acting. It stars Heath Ledger in maybe one of his cutest roles. He's very handsome in that movie. Several other big name actors in that. It's so much fun. If you've never seen it, definitely watch it. And the next time you watch it, if you have seen it before or if it's your first time, get some kettle corn to go with it. Perfect pairing. All right, that kettle corn was great, so I'm actually really excited to try the rest of these now. You never really know when you buy these like variety sets, like are they gonna be good or is it just a marketing scam to get you to spend a bunch of money on junk that's actually not very good? But that kettle corn was super, super good. So now I'm excited to try the rest of these. All right, the next one we're gonna try is the barbecue popcorn. Yeah, I'm curious about this one. I've never had popcorn with like barbecue flavoring before, so let's go throw it in the microwave and give it a shot. Barbecue up next. The bag looks exactly the same on the inside as the kettle corn. It's really only like the outside wrappers that look any different, but the bag on the inside looks the same. This smells like barbecue, which is weird for popcorn. Here's what it looks like on the inside. So it's not like red or anything. You'd think it'd have like red colored seasoning on it or something. It just looks like regular buttered popcorn actually. So let's give it a shot. That's interesting. I'm struggling to like describe what this tastes like. It smells like barbecue, and barbecue, you know, like traditional red barbecue is kind of sweet, kind of spicy. That's what it smells like. But then when you take a bite of it, it really just tastes sweet. It almost tastes like the kettle corn minus the salt. Like I really don't get any of the barbecue spice. I do get the barbecue sweet. And maybe if you were talking about a barbecue sauce that was only sweet and didn't have any of like the pepperiness or the savoriness that you normally get out of barbecue, then maybe you could say that this is like a barbecue popcorn. But it just isn't quite. Like the flavor is not quite making me think of barbecue sauce. It's really more so making me think of like a caramel corn. It's still good. It's just sweet. It's not super savory. So thinking of it like that, like yes, it kind of smells barbecue-y, but then it tastes sweet. It still makes me think of like, you know, summertime barbecues, things like that. So I'm trying to think of what movie would pair with this popcorn considering all of that. I think I have it. I think for the barbecue corn, Mars Attacks would be the perfect movie to pair with this. Barbecue, I feel like, is a very American thing. So you're talking about America, so proud. But then it's such a corny movie. You have the aliens that attack. The aliens are so goofy. Everybody in that movie is a total goofball. It's a very corny movie, but it's a lot of fun. And I feel like it would pair really well with a sweet, fun, corny barbecue popcorn. So if you've never seen Mars Attacks, it's great fun. There's Jack Nicholson in it. He plays the president. Jack Black is in it. He, well, I won't give away what happens to him, but it's pretty funny. It's got Sarah Jessica Parker. It's got Pierce Brosnan in it. Great movie. Definitely recommend checking it out, especially if you're looking for something just kind of silly. That's a lot of fun. Check out Mars Attacks and pair it with some barbecue popcorn. Next up is going to be the Chile Lime popcorn. So let's go ahead and get it microwaved. It smells like chili, like the spice, like chili spice. Almost like if you were cooking a batch of red chili in your house. That's sort of what it smells like. I don't get a ton of the lime yet in smelling it, so we'll see. Here's what it looks like on the inside. Nothing too special. So far, none of these have really looked any different than standard butter popcorn. So, oh yeah, the smell's honestly sort of strange because I do get a little bit of the lime, but it smells like microwave lime, which is not a pleasant smell, I would say. So let's take a bite. Oh, my mouth's getting spicy. All right, so this one's probably my least favorite so far. The aroma, like I said, you get a little bit of the chili. You get the lime when you open it, but it smells weird because it smells like microwave lime, which is not a pleasant experience. And then the flavor is just not really there. I don't get lime at all. I don't even really get chili until my tongue is ever so slightly a little bit spicy, but not really. There's just not much going on in terms of flavor in this. It tastes mostly just like popcorn, kind of like plain popcorn, maybe even a little sweet almost. I don't know. I just don't get, if you did not tell me that this was chili and lime, I never would have guessed what flavor this was supposed to be. So for this one, it's not a great popcorn, but I don't want that to count against the movie. I don't want to pair a bad popcorn with a bad movie, or do I? All right, for the chili lime, and I put that in quotations because it doesn't really taste like chili lime, I think you could pair this with the movie Uncle Buck. This is, I believe it's either an 80s or a 90s movie. It stars John Candy, who is kind of a bad uncle who shows up to help take care of his nieces and nephews. And I think Macaulay Culkin's in it as his nephew or something like that. Anyway, it's a super fun movie. It's one of those, typical 80s 90s movies where the character, grows as a person. He becomes a really good, secretly deep down, he is a good uncle, but he just doesn't know how to show it. In the movie, he tries to cook for them once or twice, and it's always kind of sketchy. So that's, I think, why thinking of this popcorn, not really being what it says it is, made me think of Uncle Buck's cooking, and Uncle Buck is a character where he seems really spicy on the outside, but deep down, he's really just kind of sweet. And a lovable goofball. But if you've never seen Uncle Buck, check it out. Pair it with the chili lime popcorn if you want. Like I said, this one's not my favorite so far. You could probably pair this with just normal popcorn and enjoy yourself as well. But definitely check out Uncle Buck. It's a good movie. All right, we're moving into our spicy 3, the final 3 in the variety pack. Starting out with the Sriracha popcorn. This is the first one where the bag looks different than the other ones. Just in that it's a white and red bag instead of a tan and red bag. I will say, it definitely smells savory. I don't know that it smells like Sriracha necessarily, but it smells savory. It smells different for sure. Kind of spicy. Here's what it looks like on the inside. Again, nothing, just looks like regular popcorn. These all just look like regular popcorn. The smell is interesting. It smells super interesting. It doesn't, I guess it maybe smells a little bit like popcorn with hot sauce on it. I don't know. Let's take a taste and find out. So this is another one where I don't know that I would say it tastes like Sriracha exactly. I feel like the sweetness of the corn itself, the sweetness of the pop, because popcorn's kind of naturally sweet anyway, and I feel like some of these spicier flavors are having a hard time competing against the sweetness of the corn itself. I will say, whatever variety of corn that they're using in all of these is really good quality. There's not a lot of kernels. They're popping really fluffy. I've definitely had like microwave popcorn before where it's just like garbagey, kernely mess. But this is like really quality, good popcorn. But I think it's overpowering some of the flavorings in these. Like this is a little bit spicy. Not a lot at all. Like if you were somebody who was like, I hate spicy stuff, this would not bother you at all because it's not really that spicy. It's definitely interesting. It's definitely like making my brain go like, ooh, this is different. I don't know that, like I said, I don't know that it tastes like Sriracha, but it is good. So what would I pair this with? A Sriracha that doesn't taste like Sriracha, but is still pretty interesting. A little bit spicy, but not really. I think you could pair this with the movie. I can't remember the full title of it. I think it's like A Night with Beverly Loughlin. This movie is weird. This is a weird movie. It's got Aubrey Plaza in it. It's also got Jermaine Clement in it. And it's just weird. It's a bizarre movie. You kind of never really know what's going to happen next. It does come out of left field and surprise you. It's pretty funny, but it's one of those movies where it's like, what was this movie even about? I have no idea, but it was pretty funny. If you've never seen it, I definitely recommend it. I see this pairing well with that movie because it's not what you expect, but it's still really good. And it's a little bit spicy. There's a couple of little spicy scenes in this, but it's really good. It's really interesting. It kind of makes you think because it's not like your standard typical comedy. It's not your typical drama. It's weird. If you've never seen the movie, I really don't know how to describe it because it's just different. And this director's done a couple other movies that are also similar vein. They're just a little weird. They're a little different, but they're a lot of fun. So check out I think it's A Night with Beverly Loughlin or something along those lines. Look up Beverly Loughlin. You should be able to find it. And pair it with some Sriracha popcorn and you should have a good time. All right, we're getting really spicy next. We've got the Habanero popcorn. Let's give it a shot. We're back to the like tan and red. I don't know why the Sriracha bag was white and red, but whatever. Just doesn't smell like, it just smells like popcorn. So I'm curious if this is just going to be entirely like spice smack you in the mouth, but like no real other flavoring. We're going to find out. Let's open it up. Here's what it looks like on the inside. Nothing special again, just looks like standard popcorn. It smells like it smells sweet again. All of these have been really sweet, surprisingly. But I mean, this is supposed to be spicy, so let's take a bite and find out. Spicy going down. It's definitely leaving like a lingering spice flavor. So I think for me, I have to like put this maybe even below the Chile Lime one a little bit. It just doesn't taste like much. It tastes like dry plain popcorn, like they put no other flavorings on it. But there's like a habanero. It's like if you ate a plain habanero pepper, which is fine. If you like plain habanero peppers, maybe you would really like this. But there's just nothing else really going on. There's no other. It's funny because I don't even get like the sweetness out of this one. This one seems like it's meant, more so like a not a gag gift, but like if you knew somebody who just really, really liked spicy things, then maybe you would give this to them as like, here's just some spicy popcorn. But I like spicy things, but I like spicy things with like flavor. I don't want something that's just hot for the sake of hot. This just feels kind of hot for the sake of hot, spicy for the sake of spicy. So if you like that sort of, spicy for the sake of spicy, then yeah, go for it. Get yourself a bag. Personally, not my favorite though. That said, let's think of a movie to pair with this. For our habanero popcorn, which is again in quotation marks because it doesn't really taste like habanero, it's just sort of spicy. We've got this paired with Kung Pao Enter the Fist. Kung Pao Enter the Fist is a totally ridiculous early 2000s movie by Bob Odenkirk, where they took an old martial arts movie, they redubbed it, added a bunch of like completely ridiculous, silly moments to it. It is dumb for the sake of being dumb. Or you could say it's spicy for the sake of being spicy. Like, there's not really a good storyline. There's not really good acting. That's not the point. The point was that they were just trying to make a goofy movie using some old martial arts movie footage, and they achieved that much, but the rest of it is very silly. So, you know, if you're having one of those nights where you're like, I just want to turn my brain off and, you know, whatever, then yeah, try the habanero popcorn and put on Kung Pao Enter the Fist, and you'll probably have a good time. So that was our habanero one. We're down to our last one, ghost pepper. And based on the habanero one, I have a feeling this is going to be one of those ones that's just like smack you in the mouth hot for the sake of being hot without actually being flavorful. It even says on the bag, spontaneous combustion. How exciting. I can't wait. Let's go cook it up and find out what it's like. Before we try this ghost pepper popcorn, which I'm not super looking forward to, let's talk a little bit about the Pantry of Shame. If you don't know what the Pantry of Shame is, I want to hear about the food that you eat. So this week, tell me, what's your favorite flavoring to put on popcorn? Tell me down in the comments section. Might pick one of those to put in the Pantry of Shame. After we collect enough food items in here, I will try to make a meal out of this nonsense. So from previous videos, we have some peanut butter honey chopsticks. And because of my video schedule, I don't have comments from the next one yet. So Bearverly over here, my little yellow co-host, put in her favorite yellow food, golden Oreos. So that's what we have to work with so far. Again, tell me about your favorite popcorn flavoring. It might end up in this box to be turned into some weird meal at some point in the future. All right, we're down to our final bag of popcorn. This is the ghost pepper, spontaneous combustion, super hot, spicy popcorn. It doesn't smell super spicy. It smells sort of similar to the habanero one, but let's open her up and find out what we're working with here. All right, here's what it looks like. Looks like normal popcorn yet again. It doesn't smell like much. It still just smells like kind of that sweet popcorn, just sweet corn is what it smells like. So I am a little scared. I like spicy things, but I like spicy things with flavor. I kind of hate like anything that's just spicy to burn your mouth for no other reason than to burn your mouth. Like, I would do terrible on hot ones because I would just refuse to do the bomb and on. Like, I just wouldn't do it because I don't care to do that to myself. But here we are. Let's take a bite. I will say it's interesting on the actual pieces of popcorn. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. On the actual pieces of popcorn, there's like black specks, which I assume are like the parts of the ghost pepper flavoring. It's kind of interesting. So okay, it's spicy. It is spicy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Woohoo! Yeah, my whole mouth is on fire right now from that, just the one piece. So I don't know that I will take another bite. Woo! Hot things, what drives me crazy about these isn't necessarily going down, it's coming out the other way. That is such an unpleasant experience. So I'm probably one and done with this. If you like super hot stuff, you'd probably like this. It's not like, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not, it's definitely like lingering in my mouth a little bit, but it's not so hot that like it's gonna make you sick or anything. Now, maybe if you ate the whole bag, it would make you sick. It is definitely spicy. Woo! So yeah, if you like spicy, go for this. It is smack you in the mouth hot. Like I said, I don't really get any, I don't get anything out of that. I don't get anything out of just hot for the sake of hot. I want some other sort of flavoring in there. Like, I wish this was like hot with a little bit of butter, hot with a little bit of sweet. But no, this is just straight up hot. All right, so to pair with the ghost pepper popcorn that is still burning my mouth a little bit, Terrifier 3. Now, if you've never seen any of the Terrifier movies and you do not like gore, do not watch any of these. They are very, very, very gory. All of the Terrifier movies are just about how gross and terrible can we make these kills. Terrifier 3 is, I think, the worst slash best in the franchise in terms of like just outrageous, over the top, bloody, gory, ridiculous deaths on screen, which if you like that, kind of like you'd maybe like super spicy popcorn, they would pair really well together. So if you like getting smacked in the mouth with hot for the sake of hot, you might like getting smacked in your eyes with gore for the sake of gore. So that's my pairing for the ghost pepper popcorn. All right, now that we've tried every single one of these, I do have to say the kettle corn was definitely my favorite. This actually tasted like kettle corn. It was super enjoyable. I would eat a whole bag of that. Barbecue is probably my second favorite. All of the spicier ones, Sriracha was probably my favorite of the spicy ones. But the rest of them, you know, they were just kind of hot for the sake of hot, or they just weren't super flavored. Not my favorites. Out of all of the movies, oh gosh, I love all of these movies for different reasons. So it's hard to say if I have a favorite movie on this list. I love them all. I think Uncle Buck actually might be my favorite movie on the list. It's just such a feel-good movie. Like if you're having a bad day, go watch Uncle Buck and it'll make you feel a little bit better. Maybe, you know, pair Uncle Buck with one of the better popcorns on here, just a normal popcorn. But Uncle Buck's a great movie. Definitely check that one out. Let me know, you know, what movies would you have paired with these popcorns? And definitely let me know what your favorite popcorn topping is so that we can put it in the Pantry of Shame. So thanks so much for watching and hope to see you in the next video. Bye.